Welcome to GameGrin's weekly roundup, a selection of the biggest news stories from the world of video games. Let's get straight into it. First up, Activision and Call of Duty have a pretty big problem in the shape of a truck. Now, the company that owns Humvee, which are the large military vehicles used for transportation and combat, are suing Activision and subsequently the Call of Duty brand for using the truck's likeness in their games without gaining permission. There's quite clear evidence that Activision and the Call of Duty franchise have used details of AM General LLC's vehicles dating as far back as the massive Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. However, the company's claims that Humvee is a key selling feature of the games and that the success of the entire franchise came at the expense of AM General and their connection with the games are pretty far-fetched. In some of the games AM General LLC list on their legal filing, there are clear instances where the vehicles and licensing are used, including markings on some of the vehicle models, as well as some characters verbally referring to the vehicles as Humvees. It seems like a pretty big oversight on Activision's part that they've used these vehicles and even the names of these vehicles in their games without gaining permission first, and no doubt it will be a costly one if AM General were to win that legal battle. More as this one unfolds. Next up, a highlight of the Wii U's tenure was Miiverse, a unique social platform where users could submit screenshots, drawings, and more than the occasional meme about the games they were playing for people to comment and react to. But it was ultimately underused and pretty clunky, much like the Wii U itself. Nintendo this week announced the closure of Miiverse on both the Wii U and 3DS. The closure was anticipated, but Nintendo formally ended the Miiverse service on the 8th of November. Trying to access it now on either 3DS or Wii U displays a rather charming mosaic image comprising of hundreds of Miiverse posts, many of which bid farewell to the niche social universe. There's no word as yet as to whether Miiverse will return on the Nintendo Switch, either in its original form or something completely different, but hopefully if it does make a return, we'll see less weird Splatoon porn images. Please. Now, everyone has heard of Pokemon Go, and if its success is anything to go by, then the next game on everyone's lips is going to be the creator's newest title, Harry Potter Wizards Unite. Announced by Niantic Labs this week, Harry Potter Wizards Unite will have players learn spells, discover beasts, and venture into their towns and city centres to team up and take down powerful foes, utilising AR or augmented reality and new gameplay mechanics, according to the developer. There's no official release date announced as yet, but no doubt Niantic will want muggles, mudbloods and wizards galore to be venturing out sooner rather than later. We'll be here with more info once we have it. Before we go, here's a literal couple of quick-fire news stories to keep your gaming receptor happy for the next week. First, Dexsplash, a skateboarding and colour-throwing mobile game developed by Bossa Studios, the creators of I Am Bread and Surgeon Simulator, will not be released. The game was trialled over a week before it was canned, with Bossa falling short of the 100,000 players they wanted in order to bring the game to fruition. The team will move on to the next project at the studios and doesn't sound like too great of a loss, to be honest. And finally, we've been introduced to a quad of turtles that will become playable in a popular brawler, Injustice 2. That's right, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will become playable alongside Atom and Enchantress in Fighter Pack 3. It's the first time the Turtles will be playable in a fighting game since the early 90s arcade game TMNT Tournament Fighters. Tricky to say if you're doing it fast. Expect that DLC to be out later this month or the beginning of December. And that's the news. Head over to GameGrin.com where you can check out the trending articles of the week. Ryan has been looking at whether the placement of your fan radiator inside your PC is key to top cooling performance, and Andrew has reviewed Sonic Forces and whether Sonic's return to 3D after Sonic Mania is a positive one. Don't forget to follow GameGrin on social media to never miss a beat. Show us your thumbs, either up or down, to tell us what you think. I've been TGK for GameGrin.com, and I'll see you next time with all the latest video gaming news. Ta-ra for now. roll out.